Will your ex come back after no contact? Stick around and I'll let you know if you are stacking the deck in your favor or if you're just really wasting your time with all of this. And stick around to the end because I'm also going to be sharing with you the biggest sign that I have seen in people that have been successful in getting their ex back after no contact or just in general. Anyway, my name is Clay. This is the Relationship Inner Game channel, and we help people get the dating and relationship outcomes that they are looking for without the BS or the mind games. If you like what we're doing here at any time during this video, please consider subscribing to this channel, and please consider interacting with us down below in the comments section. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. So, the first thing to look out for when it comes to whether or not your ex is going to get back together with you after no contact is if you have resolved the main reason why the two of you broke up. Now, you may not know specifically why the two of you broke up, especially if it was one of the breakup types that we call the blind side breakup, where it just kind of came out of nowhere. But if you really stop and think back, if you look back over the last couple of weeks or maybe even months of your relationship, you can probably start to piece together some signs that things weren't really going kind of in the optimal direction. If you can kind of look at that, you can say, okay, maybe our connection was kind of falling apart a little bit. Maybe we weren't bonding the way that we used to. Maybe she was complaining about how I spend too much time working. Maybe he was saying I wasn't taking enough of an interest in his life, or whatever it is, right? If you can go ahead and resolve that issue, then that is going to be a very, very, very big sign that you can actually get back together with your ex after no contact, or just in general. Your ex isn't going to walk back into the same broken dynamic or broken relationship that they walked out of in the first place. They want to come back to something that they know is going to be completely different. They want to be in a relationship that they know isn't going to have the same problems that caused them to leave in the first place. So if you have resolved the reason why your ex broke up with you, then that's a huge sign that there might actually be something going on there, that they might actually want to get back together with you. The second sign that you might actually get back together with your ex is if you haven't just wasted your time during no contact, kind of white-knuckling it through the process. Now, I teach something called active no contact, but I know that there are a lot of people out there who watch other videos online or read other websites, and they hear about this thing called the no contact rule, and they think that there's just like one version of no contact, but there isn't. There's many types of no contact. I happen to teach one called active no contact. If you'd like to learn more about that, check out the card that should be showing up over there in the corner. And that'll take you to a playlist where I'll tell you more information on active no contact. For better or worse, a lot of people just kind of white knuckle it through no contact. They just try and hold on. They just think that somehow not talking to their ex for, in most cases, 30 days is going to somehow yield some sort of magical result. But I hate to break it to you. If that's all you're doing is not talking to your ex, your results with no contact are going to be very, very limited. Because, like we just mentioned, they would be coming back into the same dynamic. They'd be coming back into the same relationship. They would look at you and say, you're the same person that I broke up with. But if you do something like active no contact, then they're going to see a new side of you. Then they're going to know that they're not walking back into the same relationship. But if you have actually put in some time to demonstrate to your ex they're not walking back into the same relationship, then that is a very strong sign that you might get back together with your ex after no contact. The third sign is that interacting with you feels good, right? So you've resolved whatever caused the two of you to break up in the first place, right? That's very important. But your ex also isn't going to get back together with you just because of that. They're going to need to actually be moved on an emotional level. And this means that interacting with you has to feel good, right? It can't just be like, oh, hey, you know, I promise I won't cheat on you anymore. No, it has to feel good on an emotional level, right? In order to do that, you have to really get good at bonding and connecting with your ex. You have to get good at creating emotional interactions that uplift both of you. Things that feel good. I know it seems really obvious when I kind of explain this, but the interactions between the two of you have to feel good on an emotional level. It's like, yeah, duh. But a lot of times people lose sight of this. They focus on things besides the emotional connection. They focus on things like text messages, on what it means if your ex unfollows you on this social media thing, or if they like this post that you put on this website, or what it means if they put an online dating profile up. And what I'm saying is you don't need to worry about that if you just focus on making the interactions between the two of you feel good. And also, it wouldn't hurt to fix whatever caused you to break up in the first place too. The fourth sign that you will get back together with your ex after no contact is you have gotten out of damage control mode. Damage control mode is that mental place of panic and anxiety that a lot of times people find themselves in immediately after a breakup. And sure, a lot of times people will think that time heals all wounds, so if you just do no contact, you'll get out of damage control mode. Not true. Time can turn down the volume on some of these things, but if you're still not really resolved a lot of these deeper things that you might be experiencing, you still can easily slip back into damage control mode. A sort of offhand remark that your ex makes can send you into a panic. Some sort of news that you get, like, oh, maybe they're dating somebody else, or maybe you saw their online dating profile, or maybe they posted something about how they're glad to be single or something like that. That can send you into damage control mode. So it's really important that you do your best to get out of damage control mode, because I'm going to go as far as to say that it is almost impossible to have an interaction that feels good, which again is thing number 3. It is almost impossible to have an interaction that feels good if you are coming from a place of damage control mode. So you must get out of damage control mode if you want to get back together with your ex. And the fifth thing that is a very strong sign that you're going to get back together with your ex after no contact, and this is the most important thing that I've seen with people that I've worked with over the years, is that you're not the kind of person that gives up easily. Now, I wish there was a way to say this and make it different, but getting back together is not going to be a smooth journey. There are going to be ups and downs, there's going to be setbacks, there's going to be hot and cold behavior. Your ex will probably do things like go through the stage of getting back together called riding the dragon, where they're giving you mixed messages. One day they're really into you, the next day they're cold. There's going to be positive pullbacks. There's going to be all sorts of things that come up along the way. And if you're the kind of person that gives up easily, then you're going to have a real hard time, because when those setbacks happen, you're much more likely to give up. You're much more likely to retreat. But if you know what you want, and if you're willing to stick with it, if you're willing to just set your sights on what you want, you are much more likely to actually get it in the long run. And that includes getting back together with your ex. The people that I've worked with that have been the most successful are the ones who don't give up easily. They're the ones that know what they want and they're willing to go after it. Okay, so I hope this has helped you know if you have a good chance of getting back together with your ex after no contact. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. If you want more help, check out the resources in the description box below this video, or head over to our website, relationshipinnergame.com. And if you have any questions, ask them down in the comments section below. We do our best to respond to as many comments as we can, so don't be shy about interacting with us. Oftentimes some great tips and advice are down in the comments section. Anyway, this has been Clay with Relationship Inner Game, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.